soundtrack on and opening Blender 2.8 because I'm following the older written tutorial version, a text version of tutorial that I like for these presentations. And I've got this nice presentation set up already, huh? It should fit nicely the screen. Should go over here like this, and if I open the previous file from the day 8, this is what we get. Day 8, nice. One thing is missing, and that is layout object mode. No, can I undo this? No, don't move camera. Why did you move camera? Okay. If I hit play, so I learned how to make a video. And created this fancy little city. Went through previously, started using the same file for each lesson to build up a scene, like a more somewhat elaborate scene. I'm not sure why it's not showing. Okay, here it is, the render. This should be it. This is the scene with a full environment lighting background. And also, like I mentioned, as I'm using the same file for every lesson each day, I got the bigger scene and I organize it using collection that you usually don't learn in the basic tutorials. But if you want to, as long as you get more elements in the scene, more objects, more complex, you need to start using the collection to organize it. Over here, so I got the world, floor, the chair, that should be a chair, it's a collection. The camera, day set 8 from the day 8 elements. The title, the rocket over there. Where is the snowman? Day 7, no, day 7. A snowman, okay, so whole snow, so I can manipulate specific parts of the whole project. And open the tutorial text. No, this is not the one. It's this thing here. And I went through this. This is nice thing. It shows the intro stuff. This is the beginners section. I went through this. I've got to the chair. Now I'm at the landscape. So at this first page it shows the whole, all the content. There are descriptions for what it is, better than the videos. And on the next page is the also breakdown subsections for each lesson. And that's really cool. And if I hit next, that's the way how this actually application web app for documenting works. It has also included versioning control. and it works nicely as a on a smaller screens. So if when I'm now keeping it zoomed in, you can see even on lower resolution video it is readable, legible. Another reason why I don't like video tutorials: when I want to work, repeat the steps, I need to move from the video to my workspace, or shrink the video from the tutorial author, and then as soon as you resize to smaller the video, if they're recording the full resolution, high resolution video, then all elements appear smaller. That's why I use the zoom in, so it at least a little bit better shows larger, smaller details in Blender, which is a very crowded interface. So I'm not the party monkey. What I like about these applications for documentation is that they have a accordion menu, harmonica, hamburger, what you're gonna call it. So it works right away. It doesn't break the page, presentation. And I'm going to modeling, 2D landscape. Amazing tutorials you can follow what they're saying, but I do my own thing and it still all works out. We're gonna, in this tutorial, learn how to model a landscape using subdivide and proportional editing, duplicate, joins, and screen space reflections. Perfect. Viewport shading, I've got it enabled. It's this thing here, unlike this thing or this thing or this type of shading. I'm using the EV renderer, which works good, even not being the NVIDIA GPU. This is AMD RX 590. Okay, so usually each lesson here starts from a empty new empty project, but I keep building in the same one, building more and more. So what I'll do here is I'll add to this scene collection another collection, sub-collection or child collection, which is this child 8, collection 8, I'll call it 9, day 9, day 9, and while it's selected here, everything I put in the scene will be placed inside that, so I can easily disable parts that are in my way, remove the cube, add a plane. And here is now, after the beginner section of the tutorial, we are now here being presented with the more elaborate shortcuts. Like resizing, scaling, scale plus 10. So if I would add a plane in this scene, like this, add mesh a plane, which will appear at the cursor position, but here we have already these gizmo on it and it's selected, and so it says S and 10. So if I hold S and do 10, I don't have a button 10. So I press escape, I try again. S, 10. Okay, so just press it and then type in 10 and it will give us right away this. It's also possible to use this section here after engaging a tool or operation. It's possible to modify the operation and perform the same thing, scaling 10 in all the. Well, it's a plane, so there is no dimensions in the spatial dimension, is just 2D scaling for a planar mesh, single plane. So where would I place this in my scene? I'll actually deal with that later, because I can work with it over here, where it is now. Maybe I'll try and squeeze it here, but I didn't arrange my project properties, because if I go in closer, too far in the scene from the world origin, it will be a little bit harder to zoom around, because working further in this scene origin in the distance feels a little bit awkward. Yeah, it should be flat, not under angle. What's next? Go edit. So when it says go edit mode, that means here in the editor, this is the editor, so I use the mouse scroll to scroll this section, the headers. This is so-called header for the editor, which is selected 3D viewport editor. And this section here are the modes. So in the object mode, that is by default, you can place object, but if you go into edit mode, then it's possible to edit work in detail, closer, more intimate with the given selected mesh. So I'm in the edit mode for this mesh and select edge subdivide. So edge subdivide, so here the edge, the tool in the edit mode, subdivide, set 12. So these are the square subdivisions on the mesh, giving us more in detail, more vertices, more edges, faces on the mesh to work with. These type of operations and transformations fall in the edge, in the category editing set of operations, or you can call it modeling now. Select the vertex tool, okay, which is this one between all these. So these three are the face, which are these individual here squares, which are actually the sections created just a step ago. Edge select allows me to select individual edges, but I'm supposed to enable the vertex mode, vertices, vertex select, which are actually these individual points. And now we'll probably manipulate this into some sort of a artificial part of landscape. So 3 vertices. If you pull up these 3 vertices, you will get very pointy mountains. To create more realistic mountains, use the proportional editing. Enable proportional editing. It's at the top of the viewport. When you pull up the 3 vertices, you'll notice a white circle. Use the scroll wheel to make this circle bigger or smaller. You will notice that the mountains become less pointy. Pull up the 3 vertices and use proportional editing to create 3 mountains. So this is the landscape, and I'm supposed to get 3 mountains. So I'll take one here, hold shift to select the next point, like there, holding shift, and one here. Pull them up by using proportional editing. I'm scrolling this because it's a narrow screen. Proportional editing, enable it, and use the smooth. What was the suggestion? To create more, use proportional editing. Okay, I guess this is the smooth. And so what I do, I just pull them. No. Undo. I guess I just use the move tool. But that's not what's going on. Oh, I'll notice the circle. Okay, I'll undo. And what if I say G like grab and use this thing, and now start moving. Okay, cool. Just vertically. I don't want to get them nudge them. That will be a very artificial or weird looking mountains. And next, color the landscape. Go to object mode, go to material, add a new material and give it a name. Select a basic color for your landscape, for example green. To give the mountains a different color, we'll have to select the faces of the mountains and give these faces a different color. So with the okay, so materials for a selected, do I need to go to edit mode? I don't remember now, but hey, I'm learning. Material, what I have already, material. No, not the title. How can I remove it? Minus. Okay, so I need to go to object mode and remove it. Oh, that's the tree green. So I'll add a new material, new name it landscape green, and select base color, I'll use control to snap onto the what they're called the primaries in the color cycle circle. Like this. And then to give mountains a different color, we have to select the faces of mountains and give these faces different colors. Select the faces of the mountain, use the bead to select multiple faces, hold down shift to select a single face. So, okay, that would look like that. Okay. So go back to edit mode for the selected mesh. And if I hold B, I need to switch to faces. And looking from the top, hold B. Okay, select B. Okay, so I'm actually and I can't move the camera. Maybe I can use the gizmo. Yes. So I'm locked. My mouse is locked. But I can use the gizmo to move the view, so I can just hold B and add to selection like that. Undo. And from this side, hold shift and add individual, press click on each of these. Move around so I can see. That's nice, I like it. And add material. Add a new material that's assigned plus. So new, I got the new, yeah, new material. Stone gray. Select base. That would be something like this. No. Okay, I see it. Good, like see base color changing. That's nice. Assign. And if I deselect all, yeah, we got the mountainy thing here. What else? Color the landscape, that's the mountain peaks. gray material. Add some snow, select faces of the top, use B or select, go to material, add new snow base white color, assign, okay. So select faces, few of the top ones. Like this, add plus new snow, and I'll leave the white, assign it. Let's have a look-see. And if I remove the environment rendering, that's kind of that. Good, good, good. So what's next? Add some trees. Add some water. Add some trees. Create a tree, give a tree some branches and leaves. You can duplicate the tree trunk using Shift D and resize, give your tree a color. And if I hit the video, trees join duplicate. Join.
In this video, we will add some local tree.
I'm not sure. Okay, so add some snow. Select the base white color, assign the color faces. Create a tree, give some branches and leaves. You can duplicate the tree trunk using Shift D and resize it to the size of a branch. Give your tree a color. What would be the result? I don't want to super speed this up. Let's see. It's designing from afar, not close up. I can't actually distinguish. So we are adding what spheres? Should I add spheres? I was hoping not to cheat, look in the video. Okay, so it's the cube, adding branches with a cube, modified, turning them around. Okay, so I'll take a short break. Okay, what's this? What's this? Add a icosphere. Okay, so the icosphere. What is the trick with the icosphere? Do I color? Should I color? Well, let me end this. What I'll do two things. So I'll paint before a break. I'll paint this bottom like in the example. So I'll select, I'm still in the edit mode. I'll select these, holding shift, or even B. Please don't stop doing that. Okay, I'll hold it and undo. From the beginning, hold Shift. If I hold B, no holding Shift, just adding individual. No, deselect that. It will be simpler just to position and drag selection with B, but I'm a little bit speeding it. And here in the material, add the something like ground. What else do I have? What colors do I have here? Texture 1, trunk 3. So I'll give the I'll add a new one. Call it like soil or and give it some brownish look, right. Holding the control and selecting through, I'll get something like that and do this, assign it. If I enable renderer, it's a bit too bright. Actually, they're still selected, that's the things, that's why they look like that. So this is the, they're not that bright. I forgot this spot, assign. No, so this one, assign this one. Lovely, man. Okay, now I can see actually what would be preferred in which spot. Selecting like that, even this spot. Cool. And I guess I'll just go to object mode and turn this around. Work with it here, move it along this plane over here. Now I can even select the text and tell it to Shift spacebar G. Move this in the back and select this, Shift spacebar G, nudge it just a pinch up, or with N say select Z, 0 the Z, so it's a ground elevation. Okay, and close this. Short break, hit the stream marker,